ATM over there they do down near Independence Hall because tourists are like, oh yeah, we'll go to the ATM. He recognized the Philadelphia native saying, I am downtown. Do you think I'm carrying fucking cash on me? Oh good, you're here. We're stalling.
It's
not time yet. 4:30.
It does. You can stall with us.
But there are people in the room.
Oh, I understand.
Where are we sitting? You tell us.
Sit wherever you want.
Xander, sit here.
Okay, then this is going to hurt you more than it hurts me.
But Xander, this is tea for you.
Oh, what's this?
Wait, I got you this.
Did these just spawn out of you?
Oh, woo, what's this?
Wait, where's mine?
Oh, yeah.
Pull the table back.
You want the table? We have
What does that mean?
so you know how the table sits on the stage?
Uh-huh.
Not in our case! Our table took a walk.
Why?
Because there is a stage, and there's an edge of the stage. And
An edge of the stage?
I have been drinking since 9 to get rid of the hangover.
Yeah,
It just started working. Who else is experiencing the hair of the dog today? Oh, I'm alone in my pain.
I don't know what that means.
That's when you get so drunk that instead of dealing with the hangover, you just get drunk again the next day.
Oh, then yeah, definitely.
Oh, absolutely. You 18
there's four.
son of a...
You've never had a drop of alcohol in your life.
Yes, I have.
Okay, you have one glass of wine.
I have box wine with my.
We are being recorded.
Sweet.
There's a camera right there.
Hey, no pre-show, by the way.
I need to show you.
No, what we were talking about, that wasn't good. We still have time, though. Okay, Uzi. So, I'll share a quick one, and I want to hear for our pre-show crap, the strangest encounter you had outside of a bar. So mine was a group of us, we're just hanging out, catching some fresh air while other people were getting bounced out. And while we were waiting for that to happen, someone comes by and just starts talking with us. And for whatever reason, we don't know why, it's like he has this crazy huge keychain full of just keychains. And so my one friend asked, like, hey, can I see that? And we start negotiating and hot swapping keychains, getting the story with them at 3 a.m. at a 3 a.m. bar in Chicago. None of us left with our original keychains. Someone ended up with one from, like, Germany that was a thing. It was like a merchant showed up and said, hey, would you like to trade? And we all said, yes.
Because he has wares if you have keychains.
What about you? What is the strangest?
I'm pretty sure I'm somebody else's strangest encounter outside the bar.
Yes.
I did a lot of weird stuff when I was going out to bars a lot.
What about at a con at a bar? What is your strangest,
You're all strange.
No, you gotta be used to that by now. Alkali, outside of a bar, what is the strangest encounter you've had?
Just in general?
In general. We had merchant keychain person magically appear and
Actually,
did that.
I do have one.
Okay.
It was me and my buddy Dave in college. We would go to this little bar called Molly McGuire's, and we would get pitchers of beer on Thursday nights because pitchers were $1. It's not like we would each pay half of $1 and drink a pitcher between us. We would buy pitchers for each of us and drink them as mugs. Like they'd be like, do you need cups? No, we're good.
Des, are you okay?
Anyways, we were leaving and a guy walked up to us.
I just saw a glimpse of that.
And said, 2,500 people were kidnapped in Kyrgyzstan today. The nuns did it. And wanders off down the street, and Dave's quiet, and he looks at me and goes, do you think that's true? And I looked at him and said, Dave, I don't think Kyrgyzstan exists. I'm pretty sure that gentleman is insane. The other one was same guy, Dave. We were sitting outside of a bar smoking cigarettes waiting for the taxi. And a guy walked by, a homeless gentleman walked by talking to himself, very animatedly talking to himself, like having a one-sided conversation with the voice in his head. And this is going to show how long ago I went to college. Because as he walked by, everybody acted like it was normal until he walked right by Dave, who watched the guy walk by, turned to me and said, he didn't have a Bluetooth headset. He thought the motherfucker was on the cell phone. I'm pretty sure we walked by the guy shitting in an alley earlier, but he thought he had a cell phone.
To be fair, the amount of times in regular restrooms people are walking in doing the Bluetooth headset, I believe alley shit are business calls.
God damn it.
They're power callers.
What business are they just buy Charmin?
Invest in the box houses. These
Xander.
models are great.
Xander, what is the strangest thing you encountered outside a bar? I suspect I know what it is.
Oh, I don't know if you do.
Well, there's what just happened recently, or other things.
Oh, for me, it's recently in Chicago, the Glorious Street Wizard. Do you know about the Glorious Street Wizard?
I don't recall. Share.
I know I told you about the Glorious Street Wizard, right? All right, I worked downtown recently, and I walked. We work in the Loop, pretty much downtown Chicago. And as I walk to work, that's part of my commute. I go from L train to L train to and I walk for a good stretch. And part of that stretch, I ran across the Glorious Street Wizard. It was this random dude who was minding his own business walking my way, but he had a beard down pat, like almost to his knees. Big and white beard, and it splits in the middle due to its mass. And it was just walking towards me, minding his own. I'm like, is it rude not to look? Because there's so much happening right now. And I just started my day. I can't handle what's happening. Like, if I don't acknowledge his existence, it feels strange. Like, you can't wield a beard of that magnitude and not just demand, I don't know.
Did it wave at you?
Oh, fuck yeah. I hope this is 18 plus. Probably not.
How many children do we have in the room?
Put your hand down.
Yeah, I said children.
All right. But yes.
We have one.
All right.
And that is your parent right next to you, right?
I'm counting the ice.
We're good.
Debate, right?
Yeah.
It was the Ice King.
So this is a debate. I got $10 at the charity for a modifier. You must debate with bubble gum in your mouth.
Deal.
Thank you.
God bless.
Hold on, let me. Beer and gum don't go up. Like beer and coffee.
You cannot have any point where there's not bubble gum in your mouth.
Oh no, trust me. There won't be.
Testing. Oh, that helps.
It's like he even brought the good stuff too. He brought double bubbles.
There's twice the bubble.
Not the.
How many do we have to put in our mouth? I've heard that before.
Oh my God.
All right. Are we ready?
Yeah.
Ready? Yeah. Okay, it's 4:30. Welcome to masturbation. Please pay attention to the pronunciation of this panel. Masturbation. Somebody came over to me, they're like, I'm really excited for your jerking off panel. That's later, it's called loving yourself. I shit you not, look at the schedule, it's actually on there.
When there's masturbation, all arise for masturbation.
And currently with the gun, we're masticating.
Also, for every $10 that they give, they must put an additional piece of gum in their mouth.
Oh, I'm enjoying this.
Okay. Number one, I don't know how you're just making rules, but there's a blog, so that works. God damn it.
All right.
We're going to choke on gum for your pleasure.
Can you say that word again?
We're going to choke on gum for your pleasure.
Gum! How does this work? It works very simply. I'm Boozy Badger, I'm your moderator for this one because we actually have enough people where I don't have to debate.
Woo! Yeah!
The panel is very simple. On either side of me are two people. For each topic that we choose today, there will be 3 rounds, or 3 rounds total, each with a topic. For the first 2 rounds, you will choose the topics. Blank versus blank. On whatever they're arguing. One side will argue, they will get a rebuttal, you will ask questions, you will then vote with charity dollars in front of the person whose argument you like the best. That person moves on to the final round. The next person then argues their topics, which we pause to choose again. The voting, it goes in. In the final round, they will argue the topics you have chosen against each other. Guys, we once argued penguins versus Mexico. Do you understand how that works? Do you think I care if you understand how that works?
First subject, DDR versus real exercise.
We have a proposal for DDR versus real exercise. Do we have any other ones? Yes?
Cats or dogs?
Cats or dogs?
Pepsi versus Coke.
Pepsi versus Coke?
Disney Channel versus Nickelodeon.
Disney versus Nickelodeon? Yeah, buddy. Furries versus gamers.
Frenchmen versus one English matter.
Say what?
3 million Frenchmen versus one.
Okay. Yeah. What was that?
Fantasy versus sci-fi.
Fantasy versus sci-fi. Ooh. Yeah.
Nation of Iran versus a duck.
Yes.
Please do not pick that.
Like this.
Like this or like this. Okay, well, I'm going to use a trick I didn't tell you about. I'm going to choose from 2 different suggestions.
Oh God.
Dragor!
What? Fuck. Good choice.
You are arguing the side of 3 million Frenchmen.
You're making some presumptions. I'm half Russian.
Pandas!
Yes.
You are arguing the side of furries.
Furries versus the French.
We can take it.
We will flip a piece of double bubble to see who goes first. I want a
Do you need a coin?
And the winner's Pandas.
It's all the same on all sides.
It's the appearance of fairness, not the actual fairness.
Welcome to America.
And also, for the gum, we have the gum backpack.
What? Wait, you have more.
How is this happening?
We've lost control.
Yes, you have. Congratulations. You've lost.
Here's both a donation to the charity and a coin to collect.
Oh, I got a penny. Pandas?
Wow, real generous, Ben.
Up heads.
That really broke the bank.
It doesn't matter. You're still going first. Sir, you have 3 minutes to make your argument in favor of furries versus 3 million Frenchmen beginning now.
Well, I mean, how could you possibly side with the French over furries? Furries are all-encompassing. We embody every nation on the planet. There isn't a nation that doesn't have furries. There has to be at least that many furries. That means we outnumber the French, specifically in terms of bodies. Second of all, they may think that they have an issue with body odor, but furries totally outrank them in their ranking. If you walk around a convention on the 3rd day, the number of people who don't understand the 6-2-1 rule, I almost forgot the 6-2-1 rule.
That's good.
Oh, they could outdo the French easily. Wine. Oh, sure, French have vineyards. We have Kage. Kage alone could outdrink the entirety of France.
Yes.
I mean, okay, sure. They built the Eiffel Tower. We have kaijus. We could knock that down anytime. I mean, they're surrounded by other countries that are full of furries. There's no way they could possibly win in any scenario of anything. I don't even need my 3 minutes. My argument
And
is
then you got to
done.
use all of them.
I have to use all 3
You
minutes?
got a minute and a half.
That's the worst rule ever.
Okay, Frenchmen, they're all about the women. Oh, it doesn't matter if it's my wife or my lover. I love them all. Furries have polyamorous relationships with like 18 other people. French don't even hold a candle. I mean, they've got what was his name? Lemur, the French candle. We can do things with candles that are better than singing and dancing. I won't get into that at this panel, but you know.
Just still got 48 seconds.
I hear that a lot. Anyway.
Damn,
I mean,
Now you got 30 seconds.
I mean, that's the problem with this argument. There's just literally nothing else that I could argue against the French at this point. It's literally a waste of time. I mean, I could keep going. I could keep saying things that, make furries better than the French. But, I mean, this isn't even a debate. It's just existence. Was that the signal for time's up?
Not yet.
Then what is the signal for time's up? I asked a question, sir.
This is my timer.
What is it?
It is lawyers, guns, and money.
It's gotta be the wolf song.
All right. That was interesting.
All right.
All right.
I'm the only person in the fandom that I think does not like that song.
Are you ready? None of us like it.
put in the stake for saying that. You know it.
Sir, you have had an argument in favor of furries. Are you ready to be the only person to support the French?
No.
It's okay, you won't win. They didn't either. You have 3 minutes. Your time begins now.
All right, first, on the topic of glorious losers, I mean, they're still around, okay? They've got a lot in common with furries in that regard. And let's be honest, I don't know if y'all are connoisseurs of the finer adult arts, but those French studios produce some beautiful looking scenes. There, I think I kept that about as PG-13 as that gets.
We're 30 minutes in, you're talking about French porn. This is on track.
Look, they know how to handle their baguettes. Now, if we're really looking at this, the French, 3 million French really are the prototype to fur. They've got the basics covered. I mean, cheese. Who here does not like cheese? Even if you're afflicted with lactose intolerance, everyone loves cheese. They specialize at it. It's great. Food. Furries are all about the food. The French are like, why, we found this recipe. Let's add 2 sticks of butter to it and see what happens. And then finally, for that double whammy, of course, wine. The basic, the foundation to so much of furries' poor choices. Also, if you ever check out social media, the wine.
I refuse to applaud that.
Now, some other things. Let's talk about their attempts at conquering and not working. I mean, that's kind of the basis for a lot of furry relationships. You try and you do not succeed. The French basically founded that concept. And then also the costumes while trying to do it. Everyone remembers Napoleon. Fursuits are just a modern day conquering Napoleon, and only the best of the bourgeoisie fursuiters get to supersede their inner bad person.
Did you just refer to fursuiters as Napoleon?
Yes.
I'm sending a message to Gail about that.
I have 45 seconds to get on my high horse on why French are better than...
Better get a stool.
I left one of those in the book earlier. Yay, big jokes. What else do we have for the French? Honestly, their Eiffel Towers are probably better than the furry versions. I know, I've done both. To be fair, I only did the shitty smaller one in Las Vegas, not the one actually in France.
Oh, you mean like the structure Eiffel Tower?
Yeah, and the move.
Okay. Were you in the Ronnie fursuit?
No, I was in Vegas. I will not wear a mask in Vegas. Holy shit. Oh, holy poop, sorry.
That will be your 3 minutes. If I may summarize your argument, it appears that you're just saying furries are appropriating French culture.
Yes. Yes, we are furries.
Would that make it? Well, are you ready? Because you have,
And that's like half French.
a minute to rebut what was just said to you.
A minute to rebut that?
Yes.
There's nothing to rebut.
Well, you got a minute to rebut it.
Like, seriously.
You can't concede that.
Like, seriously. Everything he pointed out was, oh, the furries took this from the French. Yeah, and made it better. Oh, the French were the progenitors. Yeah, and we took what they did and we kicked it up like 69 notches. Seriously? Seriously. Furries, like, the French don't hold a candle to the furries at all. Everything we've done is infinitely better than everything the French have done. And therefore, there's nothing to rebut. We win.
You still had 15 seconds.
Oh, furry fandom. We better than the French.
I love how every anthem you come up with is just "Oh Canada."
The only thing that'll make them good, if there was a French Judi Dench.
Ooh.
But there isn't, so.
What?
Would you like your 1 minute to rebut?
Oh boy.
Pass me the gum before I hit play.
Okay. Do I have to have gum in my mouth?
Well, you're already going, so keep talking.
Okay. Ooh, that's gross. In any case, you're right. The French don't hold a candle up to furries. They hold a goddamn guillotine. No, that's Russia. You want to talk about where fur is going? Let's get on board with socialism. They've got that. They've got baguettes and fursuits for everyone in French furry communism. Baguettes on the table, baguettes behind, whatever you want. It's all on.
Whatever you want.
Hang on, my jaw's sore.
Again, I've heard that before.
Am I done yet?
Your excuse.
Boozy, am I done yet?
I have made this
no.
better. I regret.
I don't know.
Where's your timer, Boozy? What do I get?
You still have 8 seconds.
8 seconds for why the French are better to it. 60. The French invented 69 and are still doing it.
Thank you so much,
The
man.
thing he said was both doing.
Thank you so much.
I mean, yeah, that's the idea.
Ladies and gentlemen, I hope you enjoyed that. We will now open the floor up to questions for the debaters. Would you like to comment on either of their statements? Yes.
Would you like any more gum? More gum, more gum, more gum, more gum. Would you like any more gum?
That has nothing to do with the debate topic. Yes.
I can't say.
That was you with your hand, yeah. It's okay.
What an information. So, all right, what's the French reply that the furries may have managed to invade Russia?
What was the
What?
question?
What is the French reply to the fact that furries may have invaded Russia?
Have managed to invade.
Have managed to invade Russia.
We collectively have a wounded ego that we didn't do it first.
Pandez?
Yeah, you did.
You collectively have a wounded ego that you couldn't do it first.
Next question, yes.
So, Mendez, you are Canadian, correct?
We?
But you are not Quebecois.
No.
Is this not implicit bias?
No, to hell with Quebec. The only thing that came out of there is poutine. Real France. I don't know.
Real France is going to disown Quebec and give it to the furries.
Doing what?
It's nice in the winter.
No, it's not called Quebec.
Do we have any further questions? Well, I have one. Gentlemen, what are your respective thoughts on Pepe Le Pew?
This is not 18 plus, I cannot respond.
Damn it!
I want to be the cat. And that's all I have to say about that.
That's not an episode.
I want to be the cat. Well,
There's no conflict there.
folks, do we have any further questions for the panelists before we open voting on this one? Wonderful. Voting is now open. You vote with charity money, people. Charity money. It's how it works. Just stick it in front of one of these two things.
He gets the top hat.
Put it in the bubblegum bucket for them and the top hat over here for us.
Bubblegum buckets.
You're welcome.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Just remember, you're voting for either
Thank you so
yourselves
Thank you so
or
much.
France. Just gonna put that out there.
Thank you so
Hey,
much.
hey, they're still called French fries.
Thank you so much.
Mr. Pandez, would you tell us how much is in the top hat in front of you?
Thank you.
$18.
Dragor.
46.
I believe the French kicked your ass.
France finally won something. Woo! It only took on stage at a furry convention in the middle of Ohio.
Charles de Gaulle is so proud. All right, we need a second topic.
He's like, I knew I could take those jumps.
This one, because I'm an asshole, we're going to pit lovers against each other.
Yeah, I was going to ask you about that.
They have like a 6-hour car ride home tonight. Let's make it as uncomfortably silent as possible. God. Do we have topics for AnthrOhio versus Xander? Yes.
Top or bottom?
Any other topics? Please, there's one child in the room.
Oh, right.
Like their parents cool. I don't think he's that cool though. Yes.
Balls are balls.
Last night.
Candyland versus Monopoly.
Whoa.
Yes.
Greek mythology versus Roman mythology.
All right.
Olo or Ulu? Australia or Emu?
Australia or Emu?
Australia actually lost a war to emus.
That is the short fact, I guess.
No, this is the thing.
geese or emus?
Canadian geese or Emu?
Canadian geese gotta go down.
Do we have any other topics?
Ryan Gosling versus an actual Gosling. Ryan Goosling.
I'm seeing a theme. I think I may have to intervene. Yes.
Bony dick versus an actual dick.
Literally just said there's a child in the room.
And I think you're one of the children.
Which means I am once again exercising executive privilege. The debate will be bottoms versus emus. Sir, if you'd like to keep custody, you may want to reconsider your presence.
Kid, you're gonna be scarred for life.
Thank you. Xander, I'll let you. We literally drove off a parent and child. I hope you assholes are proud of you. Xander, heads or tails?
Oh, wait. Is that when I'm arguing? Tails, I guess.
Always tails.
Shut up.
Xander, you win. Which topic do you want to argue?
Wait, between which?
Bottom
or emus?
What?
Bottoms versus
Which
emus.
side do you want to argue in favor of? Bottoms or emus?
Bottoms, I guess.
Oh, by the way, you had what, like $17 in there for you? Is that right?
Yeah, I want to say it was 17, yeah.
Oh, you had 47, right?
46?
46. That is $50-something? No, 60-something, right?
Yeah.
All right, guys, I got bad news for you. We had the rule set in place that for every $10, we each had to add a piece of gum.
Oh, God.
Dixie.
We just did. We're arguing bottoms versus emus.
Hold on.
Now, of course, when I am saying bottoms, I mean pants.
There you go.
I mean clothing bottoms.
Well, then
Correct.
the other two you here.
Children, we are talking about pants. Pants versus emus.
I'm sorry,
No, it is not.
It's drove off.
He did not drive them off. I'm politely suggesting he may not want to have his small child listen to that argument.
You mean to tell me Xander's not going to make us accidentally the whole bottle?
Xander,
Yes?
what do you mean by bottoms?
Well, you just told me what it means, so I guess I have to argue that, don't I? And I don't know shit about emus, so here we go.
All right, Alkaline,
Yes.
he chose the topic. Which one he's choosing, so you are arguing for emus
I'm arguing for emus, understood.
against bottoms, as in clothing bottoms.
Gotcha.
Nothing else. Whatever may be said, just remember, you're only supposed to think about clothing bottoms.
Are you sure?
Got it.
Are you sure
You have 3 minutes. Begin.
There they were, a wind-swept battlefield. On one side of the battlefield, a bunch of emus. My opponent doesn't even know what that means, and let me show you how powerful the emu is based off of his ignorance. I'm not going to tell you what an emo is either, but you know one thing. It is an animal. Shut up. It's an emo. He's a very sad emu, and that still doesn't matter in this battle. So there's a bunch of sad emus on a battlefield, and what's on the other side? It's a bunch of pants laying on the ground. Can they walk? No, they haven't developed the power of locomotion. They're pants. They have a zipper. They protect the bottoms. They're the bottom that protects the bottom. They're defensive, and the best defense is a good offense. So these emus, these emus, whatever they look like, run across the battlefield. They're slitting their wrists. It's awful. It's a They're very emo. They're emus, but it doesn't matter because 2 or 3 of them remember the life is sacred, and they get the cross, and they look at those pants, and what do? They wear them. They put on the pants. Now they're emus wearing pants. So what kind of pants? Tight pants. They're emo. They're emus. So they go back across the battlefield with their slain brethren. They say a little prayer because they're not monsters. And then they go about their business. But now what are they? They're emus wearing pants, walking around. I just created the furry fandom. What are you going to do, mother?
You still have 1 minute and 15 seconds.
So then came the aftermath of the emu battle between the pants. Well, it was a glorious day. They went to the FurCon. They thought, what could we do here? Another battle ensued. This one with the lube monsters. The lube monsters that always want to find the back of the emu's pants. But we all know why that happens. Farts. But what we all need to, there's a lot of gum in my mouth and it is not okay. And I'm not, hold on, I'm not even done yet. Oh God. Gregor, my jaw hurts too now. I think, welcome. If anything, there's another reason why bottom was loose. Whoa, what do you guys love? Gum. Your pants leg sometimes go under your shoe. You step in gum, now you have gum on your pants leg. That's obviously what I'm talking about.
So what you're telling us is you're against sticky bottoms.
I hate you.
You can hate me for 10 more seconds.
10 more seconds. And as a closing statement, always remember one thing. Emus might be a living creature if the emus are what I think they are.
the implication that the emo emus found pants as the cure. It took a second, didn't it?
Yes.
Xander,
Yeah.
are you ready?
No.
Doesn't matter, go.
So let me get this straight. The furry fandom started when emo emus decided to wear pants. That is the birth of...
That would be correct, sir.
What is your Bible? What the fuck? What? Okay. All right. Sorry.
Another passage in the great book of Rachel Rat.
Yeah, no shit. I did it again. All right. Bottoms. They cover our pants. It's a they cover our legs. It's a very good thing. They also cover our other things that, I mean, you just can't have your stuff out. This is the thing. You just can't have your stuff out. You wouldn't be able to concentrate. You wouldn't be able to get your day done. You'd just be walking around like, oh, hello, sir. Oh, hello, sir. Hello, sir. Hello, sir. You know what? What were we doing? Oh, yeah. $35. Yes, please. Yeah. You wouldn't. Oh, then we'd have to go to all cashless with the robots taking and then that'd be less jobs in America. If we had no pants, we get less done. The jobs would have to do the cashiers because we would be staring at each other's junk all day. So that's what we do without the bottoms. So emus is an internet thing. I swear to God.
It's not a bird?
No, it is a bird.
Oh, good, I was right.
But they're just spiked in popularity out of anything. And the internet is just bad for everything. I mean, look at this. This is the furry fandom. Look, we just sprouted from the internet. It's everything that's good and bad. So emus. I'm making a very bad argument. How much more time do I have?
I'm not sure. It could be up by now.
Thank God.
Oh, wait, no. You still have a minute 20.
Fuck.
Stop swearing.
I'm sorry.
Are you?
No. Maybe I should have filled my mouth with gum.
Yeah.
That'd be a good idea. This is sweet tea. It's really sugary.
Have a diabetes episode.
All right, sure. So bottoms. I was all prepared to argue for something else, and you said no, they're pants. I'm like, shh.
You know, some people would just find a way to make the same argument but not be as explicit about it.
I was going to be way more metaphorical as the bottom half of things, and I'm like, pants? Oh. Okay, so that explains what happened. I know nothing about emus, and I'm not a pants expert whatsoever. I could barely get dressed myself. I'm just like, corduroy's fine. Sweatpants are fine. He doesn't agree with that. Sweatpants are not fine.
I'm sorry. What do you call sweatpants? What's the name for sweatpants?
Give up pants?
They are give up pants.
All right.
What's the name
catching
for corduroys?
The Birds. That's right. All hail bottoms.
Xander, what's your favorite type of bottoms?
Missing.
My answer? Bell.
Bell bottoms?
What?
Well,
Speedos. There you go. Time?
that is your time.
Thank God.
Yeah, trust me, we all feel like that right now.
I have a lot of gum in my
CNN, eat your heart out.
You're welcome.
Who wants to see me be the moderator on a presidential debate this year?
Wait.
Your time's up, Mr. Trump, but I have one more thing to say. Shut the fuck up. I've got a Pro commercial and a Mutual Life of Omaha ad that have to run. Sit down, tiny hands. Mr. President!
Yo!
You have 1 minute to rebut your friend's rambling discussion of pants.
I think it is only fair for one thing, because mates stick together. I am changing my mind and telling you now why emus should not rule the world, because I'll be honest with you, like my mate over here who won the coin toss, I have no idea any facts on emus other than they're emo. So I started to look them up on Google, and that's when I realized I have no idea how to spell emu. So allow me to show you what I have found on my phone while searching for emus. Low volatility factor and what the SPLV can do for you. The Invesco exchange today was up 0.07. That's 42% on the day to be at 1560. And finally, and don't forget this one, the Emu Report Market Momentum ETF. It's my job, you sons of blankers. I remembered not to swear. So let's go back to that battle for a second. Let's go back. Do you really think that emus know how to put on pants? No, they fall over onto their faces, pants win. Good job, Xander.
Gee, thanks.
Well, this puts you in an awkward situation.
Sure does.
Because by the rules, you're required to give a 1-minute rebuttal.
My plan has worked perfectly.
So, Xander,
Yes.
please argue against yourself
Yes.
as he argued for you. You have 1 minute to destroy your own position. Go.
I have to just destroy myself with
Yes.
some logic. Oh man.
Like a
I can't do
bottom.
it. Like a bottom. Oh Jesus. No, that's with very large toys. Anyway. What? I
In the
think
pockets! In the pockets of the pants.
Of the pants. You got it. So I'm supposed to argue against pants. Well, the pants stock market apparently, since you're talking about the stock market, you'll always need pants, but life is more fun without them. So who needs them? Everything I said is just null. So yeah, life's more fun without pants. I mean, yeah, you get more things
So,
done
are
without
you in
them.
support of emus?
Huh?
Are you in support of emus?
Oh yeah, of course. Birds are awesome. I love
Oh,
emus.
you said of course. Okay.
Yeah.
I thought you said something completely different.
All
I
hail
can't repeat.
emus.
Oh,
Yeah. All hail emus.
Emus, don't forget.
Oh, I'm sorry. It's got there. Emus like this.
There you go.
Someone draw that.
One eye, you can see.
Folks, we will now open the floor up to questions. Yes.
Oh no.
Consider emus wearing kilts. Does the kilt make the emu cooler, or does the emu make the kilt cooler?
Who benefits more from emus wearing kilts? Sir?
I believe the people watching the porn of emus wearing kilts running across a field would benefit the most from that. Also, kilts are the bastard grandchildren of pants. They fought their own war in Aug 12. You don't want to hear about that. Man, it got nasty.
Sir?
It's not the Scottish.
Who wins? Not the Scots. And there's one British guy in the back going, they never win. That was one time. Do we have any other questions for the panel? Yes.
What's the optimal depth of the pockets in the pants?
Oh my god!
Optimal depth of the pockets on bottoms.
3 feet?
Enough to produce the pocket pool, I guess.
See, now, I know a lot of people don't subscribe to this train of thought. I think the pockets would be so deep that it's a pneumatic tube that takes your items and just ships them right back to your house, so you don't lose stuff in them. So I walk around with pneumatic tubes in my pockets all the time, and yes, I was happy to see you.
Now, as a follow-up, I understand that several different designers do have different depths for their pockets.
Well, no matter what design, the pockets should always be deep enough to support the relationship because they're bottoms.
If you switch designers without knowing that depth, are you taking a chance?
Are the children still present?
Yes. Is there another question? Yes.
I was wondering, just for historical, just for historical accuracy.
Absolutely.
I was wondering what the date of this epic battle raged.
Only one man knows the dates of the Battle of the Pants versus emus. History Channel man. You're not going to use the F word right there?
Okay.
That never happened.
I actually pointed to you a moment ago, and then I realized that I think you're blind. Are you blind?
That's me.
Okay. So pointing at you did no good, right? Like, yes, sir, 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 sir.
So, considering the emotional disposition and general body shape of the emus, do you guys think that it's important to bring skinny jeans into discussion?
Absolutely, I do, but I'm going to have to turn it over to my expert, Xander the Blue. Xander the Blue, skinny jeans on emus.
Skinny jeans on emus. They don't need the skinny jeans. They're emus. They're already emo without them, right? Right? It's too much. It's overkill.
But What would be the size of an emu skinny jeans? Is that just straws for legs?
Yeah, so yeah, it's a waste of material.
It's a waste
we
of
get it,
material.
emus.
At this point, we will open the floor to voting as we do in the traditional debate tactics. Like in all political contests and debates, the person with the most money is likely to win. Please hand your vote/dollar to the panelists that you wish to win so they can advance to the final round.
And also to stretch the gum to its fullest extent, every $10 gives a piece to each team.
Okay, that's better.
So
Thank
you guys
Thank
can
you guys.
tactically
So much.
space them out between you.
Yay! Support your bottoms.
Support
Yay.
the bottom.
Thank you, everybody.
Keep your bottoms up, right?
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
There's more votes coming in. All right. Now we're going to pause. Since these two are from Chicago, I expect any moment a crowd of zombies to come in the back door and fling money at one or the other.
It's how our judicial system works out there. I don't think that's judicial, but you got it.
That's how mafia works.
What's a mafia?
Good question, Jimmy.
All right.
And what is your vote count?
$10.
Yay!
Congratulations, Mr. Nader. You're a real boy.
Yeah.
What is your vote count?
$100 extra.
Oh Jesus.
Thank you. Dude, guys, give him a round of applause. Thank you so much.
I guess emus win.
That would be $131. Xander, I love you. Please don't yell at me on the car ride home.
I know. It's okay.
I believe emus have won. Which means
I'm sorry, what kind of emu? That would be an emo.
emus have won. Much as they did all those years ago.
Can everyone be contestants on the Olmec show from Nickelodeon?
The Silver Six hits the emo emus. Yay.
Oh, damn it, what do I have to be?
Our final debate then will be 3 million Frenchmen versus emo emus.
I am summoning Blue Dragon help for my team.
That's actually the next part I was going to say. You can choose who will be rebutting for you. You will make your main argument.
All right, Xander, I know your support of bottom, so you will be my butt in this debate. Sir will be my rebut in this debate. Here we go.
That means that you will be presenting the main argument for emo emos. Emo emos. You know what? It still works though, doesn't it?
Emo.
I like it. For emo emos versus 3 million Frenchmen, Pandej will be handling the rebuttal.
Okay.
Sir, as the person with the most votes and winner of the last round
And with
today,
all the money you need?
Yeah.
That's exactly.
heads or tails?
Heads. Always choose tops over bottoms. You got it.
It is tails.
No!
Therefore, you have to go first.
All right. So,
Wait a minute.
Actually, let me ask, do you want to go first or second?
I'll go first.
You'll go first? No, you'll go second. You'll go first.
Yeah, we need more.
Why is it hard?
That's
Love
what
is
she
supposed to
said.
be soft and pleasant, not hard and angry.
It's the opposite of what
I
I do in
don't
the
want
bedroom.
anger in my mouth.
The king of the double bubble can curses you.
I'm gonna need more gum on this end.
Mr. 3 million Frenchmen, are you ready?
No.
Well, too fucking bad. 3 minutes.
Okay, so we've all heard about emo emus, and it turns out the French are very enterprising with their guillotines, so now we'd like to introduce the new French cuisine. Blackened emo emus. Wait, blackened emo emus.
There you go.
Yay! And also with their nice winery selections, blood wine has a whole new meaning. Don't mind the feathers and bits. We all know that emotion emotion, when put into cooking, brings out the best. So for the most high-end dishes, we crucify the emo first. What? We finally have our taste of conquer afterwards, so now we have to keep this going. We are now on the French cuisine crusade. I got nothing here. Emus, 3,000 Frenchmen versus Emus. Obviously the Emus are going to win. 3 of them are going to look beady-eyed at the French armies. They're going to hold up butter and go, please no. Can I keep arguing against myself? That's more fun. I like the Emus more.
I was trying to stop a fight from happening in a car. You're just being rude.
That's right.
You know, honestly, a war between the French and the Emus would be fun, because the Emus are, Emus with pants, and the French still technically have cannons, so just imagine how many feathers go flying when that comes. Instead of Michael Bay with explosions, it's plumes of feathers and down. The people at Bed Bath & Beyond are going, ooh, we're going to have a lot of stock. Oh man, the Hall of Victory, instead of like the Hall of Dragons, just a Hall of Beaks, and then the little kids can go up with little sticks and bang on them for victory. It'll be the saddest kids display. Like every other country has their huge, awesome war memorials. Like, okay, and here's where the French beat the birds. Culturally insensitive
you
now.
have 45 more seconds of hate to spew.
Oh my god. Oh, that's what the torch would be for information. Force feeding them all that stuff so we can make emu foie gras. The French have become the ultimate dystopian warmonger race. Millennia of being beaten down and joked about, awakened an inner vicious demon.
Next, man.
Oh man, all those cooking show things was groundwork for the overtake. Am I done now? Yes, I see the timer. Yay!
You just described like Mad Max Fury Road as a French art film.
Still a better story than
Like instead of flaming guitars and emu wearing pants.
On another card, and some mutant Gordon Ramsay roasting.
Sir, you will have to redeem the honor of the Emu Warriors.
I understand.
Against the viciousness of the French who have never tasted defeat. That victory. They've never tasted victory. Are you ready?
I am ready.
3 minutes go.
All that was a lie. The French would have retreated. I'm now going to stare at this person for 2 minutes and 50 seconds. That would actually be boring. I wasn't done with you. Let's be honest here. First off, the emus have pants. I'm sorry. Do you think the French can defeat emos and pants? Because we're wearing our last enemy. Think of the mental disadvantage. Hey, what did they last fight? Pants? Are they wearing the defeated? Oh yeah, and they look fabulous. Second off, did you learn nothing from my search of emus? Dude, they are big time in the stock market. We left those feathers behind on purpose. We all own Bed Bath & Beyond fucking stock, damn it. You're doing so well on the swearing. So now, we're rich, we have the money. That's how you win wars. Money and emo. Putting emo people in the front lines, we're cool. Apparently that's perfectly okay. They said fine. Whatever. Let's go third one. I'm sorry. The feathers flying all over the field? You sweet, sweet summer child, you. Think tactics, baby. Your cannons go off. Yeah, we lose a few emo emus, but they were going home and just drinking themselves to death anyway. They're fine. They exploded. Dude, that's fog cloud with feathers. We have 10% concealment. You're missing 1 out of every 10 shots now? We win.
With what?
Concealment bonuses. Okay, so you really want to... I'm going to tell you my whole plan, because then your rebuttal is just going to... Fine, all right, this is a full-on battle. First off, we're going to roll a lot of 6s. That's just the thing emos can do. You didn't know that. If you look at an emo's character sheet, an emos, it is really hard to say both those words at once. You started it. Those emos, we always roll 6s. So first off, all our shit is hit. Let's be honest here, on the battlefield of life, emus wearing skinny jeans are winning. They are the superior species. If you turned on your TV tomorrow and saw that France was under attack by a bunch of depressed emus wearing pants of defeated enemies, you're voting for the emus. And that's how politics work. I'm pretty sure that we have the advantage right there. Do not write down notes. Don't be prepared. It's just a drawing of his pants. I see.
You picked the correct P word. Thank you.
Thank you. But in the end, we all know one thing. Emus are adorable, and 3 million Frenchmen would probably spend their entire time drunk the same way I would. I would join their team, but I'd vote for the emus. Bye. Is hard.
Yes, it is. I want to say, now imagine doing that for a half hour in a closing argument with someone's freedom on your back.
No.
Welcome to his job.
Can I get you a lot more drinks?
So you're complaining about how hard it is to say emus?
Yeah.
You know, the topic originally was just emus.
When did you change it?
You changed it. That's right. You started the Black Parade on this one, buddy.
You betrayed me, dear. You betrayed me. I will punish it.
Xander. Yes. You will be rebutting whatever it was for Team French.
I am actually relinquishing my time back to Dragon.
Go ahead.
What? This sucks. Why? Did the timer start? Because this counts as burning time for that. Screw you. Okay. Let's pick apart what we had here. First of all, you said only like the lesser emus were on the front line. So you're rebaking in class warfare into your emu society. You're going to have a rebellion even if you win now. Secondly, if you're treating emus as a higher life form, that means the already infiltrated emos become your actual grunts, and they're not going to be that effective. They're going to be better at taking themselves out than us Frenchmen doing it. Now, you said they always roll 6s. You're right, I agree. They're always hitting something. The walls of the castle. A 6 on a d20 is not helping you, buddy. In the court of law, specifics matter. You did not specify your die type.
Yeah, but I think you're right.
I'll allow it.
I'll allow it.
Now, wait.
You're done. You had a rebuttal.
Good.
Mr. Dragor, you are over your time.
Skinny jeans or pre-existing sausage casings.
Mr. Dragor, you are over your time. Pendant!
Yes.
Are you ready to argue for the emus against the Frenchmen?
Yes.
You have 1 minute to rebut the statements of your opponents. Go.
Okay, first of all, you mentioned the whole blackened emu thing at the beginning. Number one, if they're already emo, the blackened is superfluous and useless. Your point is negated, sir. Second of all, we said 3 billion Frenchmen against emo emus. We never specified the number of emo emus. There are 3 trillion emo emus, all coming after the French. And they have a secret weapon, the bird flu. They send in 100,000 to become blackened emo emu, get served to the French, and you all die. And the rest come in and take over the castle, free to live their lives.
Wait, do all the French live in castles now?
Yes. France is sigh. Emo emu. Oh, whoa.
Wait. In my head, your time is up, by the way. In my head, I was imagining like the modern French army battling emus wearing black eyeliner.
Wait, the French or the emus?
Now that we have turned suddenly into castles. So now I'm imagining medieval French knights battling emus with like those mohawk haircuts and and they don't even have iPods. Like they're not even modern emos. They're the late 1990s emos with the anti-skip Discman and their Hot Topic messenger bag.
Sparf, we need to write this. Yes!
All right.
Folks, we will open the floor to questions. Yes.
Are the French also wearing pants?
The French also wearing pants. Good question. Which of you would like to take that?
Xander, comment about pants.
They're nifty.
The French do get swifty and nifty pants, yes.
Next question. Yes.
Do they take them off?
For the French, how do you guys refute against Australia losing when they have a machine gun?
I mean, you have to have bullets too, duh.
Yes.
Wait, that's the thing. Didn't Australia lose to war against emus?
Yeah. Well, hold on. We will ask that one to our emus.
Yes, in fact, they did. They were preoccupied because that's where we had the pants battle. And if you have to go into a war and you've just got your junk flinging around, you are preoccupied. We won.
Fair enough.
Given that the French are already sad, wouldn't the French and the emo-emus just create an immediate armistice?
Well, we will turn that in two parts. The odds of an armistice between the emus and the French.
It will only come after there is a full all-out emo oppression Olympics.
All right. And to the emu representatives.
You are forgetting about your history. There was an attempt at an accord. We had a convention together, but the drama llama showed up and everything went downhill from there.
Yes.
Me, no one's gonna
Are the French knights using stale baguettes for swords? We will turn to the French for this.
We cannot divulge battle plans, but they are delicious.
Oh, you should. Birds love stale bread.
Yes.
How do they decorate their emo-emus warriors?
The blood of their children.
Okay.
Wait, the enemies or their own children?
Both. One last question all the way in the back. Why did the French immediately surrender to the emo-emus?
When you surrender to your heart in life that everything is futile, you can defeat a bird too.
Emo-emus, do you have a hypothesis?
It was at the convention, man. We don't want to talk about it. There was a lot of drama.
Folks, that will wrap up emo-emus versus the French. Please place your votes on the table of the side that you wish to win.
Thank you so much. While y'all are doing that, we hope y'all were entertained with this madness. Boozy only told me in the car ride while getting coffee what I was voluntold I was doing here.
To make this clear, actually, he asked me last night, hey, please explain to me what masturbation is. And my response was, dude, I'm drunk, I can, but it will make no sense, we'll talk tomorrow.
When it's done, is that what it's called? Yeah, hands down. It's one of the most.
If the votes are in, could we count them up?
Oh, sorry. Yeah. Oh my God. I love that.
I'm sorry.
Oh, don't be sorry.
Oh no, you'll find out.
Oh my God! No, this surpasses all monetary value unless we can auction this off right now. So I have $10 and a derogatory drawing of an emo-emu with the quote, "It's not a phase, Mom."
I know this work. Sue? No, stand up. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Sue Deer. She's an artist, a children's illustrator, as well as the webcomic Little Wayne. prior AnthrOhio programming director, one of the forebears. Are you okay with auctioning this?
Let's auction that.
Y'all want to put this up for auction?
The Emo Emu. Anyone? $5.
The Emo Emu? Nope. $5 back there.
$5. Anyone else want an Emo? What do you got? $10 for an Emo Emu. Oh boy, I have to say. Emo Emu.
Hey, Jake, buddy, take this around.
Show that around. We have
I want to see this.
It's not a phase, Mom. Honestly, the only reason I was we have $10.
$10 is the current bid for the Emo Emu. $20 now is the bid.
For his own team, but the money going
How much?
towards his opponent.
25 in the back. Do we have better than 25 on the Emo Emu? Hastily drawn by the amazing Sue Deer.
Hastily but lovingly drawn.
40.
$40. $40.
All right. 75.
$75 right back there. Do we have better than $75?
Please tell me you are going to show your mother this drawing and say, this is how I feel, and walk away.
Sue, would you mind signing it? Wonderful.
Thank you so much for a signed
Sue Deer Emo Emu original.
What's going on my Twitter?
Sorry guys, thank you for your patience.
What's your Twitter handle if you would like to be tagged for this magazine?
$100 is the bid. We have better than $100. $125 over there. We have better than $125.
$125 going once.
$125 going twice.
Come on, bit more.
Sold at $125. Talk to Jake if you need to pay the card. He is the charity liaison.
He's got a card reader.
I got a card reader.
Charity right there.
So if there's no other votes for this one, I believe the Frenchmen may have kicked the Emu's ass.
The Frenchmen have just made $135.
She won that gun. Where's her number?
59.
50. Can somebody give me $10? Please, no, there's $59 in votes right here. Anyone have $10 to give this man? Please give this man $10.
Yes, the Emus are not 69 and we're sad.
That you don't get to make that decision.
I want some sad.
It can be a sad 69. They sob. Their cries are muffled.
69!
Folks, did you enjoy the panel?
Oh, God.
Let's hear it for all of our wonderful panelists who set up here and gave that for you. Dragor, Andy the Blue, Afterlife, Miss Candace Panda. Thank you so much. I'm Bougie Badger. Enjoy the rest of your convention. Woo!
Silver Gattoman, he bought me a coffee. Silver Gattoman, here is the song for thee. He likes to video all the panels at the cons. You should go and watch them whether they are short or long. Silver Gattoman, you video that's not a jibe. All of you go to his YouTube channel and like and subscribe.